somebody's ass.
They're the team that I am rooting for the most. This could be Burning's last big tournament.
It could be X as well as QQQ's last tournament as well.
Yeah, and actually QQQ, one of the oldest competitive Dota players, still active. 28 this year, I believe.
Or 30.
According to
They couldn't
Liquid,
find out which one it is, but
yeah, he's up there.
Yeah.
This guy's a living legend. A lot of living legends on that team.
Well, there's a mech being picked up on Ferrari, so the siege actually is online right now on OD. So we're saying that they're not really doing anything, but they have farm on the hero. Zoe is picking up a glove of haste on his bear, so it makes me think that is either a very late Midas, which it's not out of the question, or it's going to be a Maelstrom, which is more likely.
I think this is a great game to get Midas, even though it's late, because you have the Tinker with such fast bots, and you have living armor. So your tower should be standing, honestly, probably for the next 20 to 30 minutes. Unless something goes horribly wrong, which means you can get a late Midas, and it will still have time to pay off.
Also, you're dealing with Bloodseeker, which is a hero that doesn't do anything, so really you have a lot of time.
As much as I love Lamb, and I mean everyone was singing his praises during the qualifier match, what has he done this game? He's 0-1-0.
He's gotten out laned.
Has not ganked anyone. Got crushed by the OD mid. I mean, no big surprise there, but it's not so much Lamb, it's the hero, but yet to see him get involved. No Warlock ult.
Like, how do you stop this push right now? You see this. This is... Alright, nice deny. That's
was
cute.
a great deny.
Yeah, that was cute. That's 2 towers tonight.
They do have a Shadow Blade up on Luo. They're trying to find their way into this fight. They need a good Impale to start. They do clip YYF, but Living Armor's there, keeping him in fighting shape. Now the mech, turning around for now. Kabu, the first one down. The March continues to fly through. On the backside, YYF will fall. And it
YYF
looks
just
like
ran against Blood Rage and died. Or Rupture. I'm not sure what that was about.
Well, he buys back immediately. Looks to rejoin his team. He TPs to the bear of all things. Now, this is a cute mechanic we haven't talked about. Lone Druid and Tinker, they've been best buddies for years because of this. You can TP to the bear. It gives you basically free mobility anywhere on the map. The bear is very quick. And look at YYF, a good friend to the end. He'll come right back mid, and they'll push down the mid lane. Unfortunately, though, Warlock ult's about to come back up, Lumi.
Yeah,
I don't know about this push.
One big weakness of the IG lineup is the fact that they don't really have too much kind of lockdown. Like, all they have is, like, self-disrupts and multiple self-disrupts. Kabu gets in there, and Kabu's going to be dead, right? Nice 2-man Impale here. He's going to try to run back out with his ultimate. Very nicely played. But, yeah, IG has so much disruption that if you're going to try to force a kill on somebody, it better be, like, amazingly quick.
Does IG need to just 5-man right now? Is there some... Do they have to feel this sense of urgency?
No, they don't. And Zoe's going to get picked off here, I think. No, nice
disrupt.
disrupt.
What an Astral by 430. He is ruptured. Nope, sorry, Blood Rage for the time being. And now, Living Armored up. Now another disruption. They're just kiting for days. Warlock ult going to clip 2. Mech's thrown out, but they lose one immediately. Now your OD ult comes through. 2 for 1. And I don't know if IG's done yet. There's a root on Luo, driving him back for the time being. Still retreating out. The bear, no additional pursuit. And the Warlock Golem is dead.
Warlock Golem, bam. Yeah, see, doesn't do extra damage.
Well, the laser's killing it off quickly anyway. And Golem's down. IG time to push.
I mean, against Rattlesnake, you say, holy crap, we just threw out everything we got, including the Warlock ult, and we just traded 2 for 1. And now they're sieging our tower. With Living Armor on Bear. With Marching Machine on the ground. How do you stop this?
I think the key thing there was that they got the Sentry Ward off at the absolute last second. I didn't see if it was Chuan or Faith, but one of them dropped that Sentry right in the nick of time. If they didn't, I think that fight actually goes heavily in Rattlesnake's way. Because the Warlock ult probably hits 3 there. Then you have a Nyx Assassin stun hitting 2. And you don't get off the mech necessarily.
Yeah.
430, able to get off the timely Astral. But IG just... That's the key thing against Rattlesnake. They have a Shadowblade DK and they have a Nyx with Vendetta, obviously. You get Sentry Wards down in the lanes, and then you 5-man, and Rattlesnake just can't do anything.
Yeah, 5-manning against a Shadowblade DK who... Great initiate, but you really need a BKB DK. Also, 5-manning against a Nyx Assassin, against a Bloodseeker. What the hell is a Bloodseeker going to do against 5-man?
Spam Blood Rage.
Well.
Go deep. Here comes the backstab, but Kabu, he ain't getting in easy this time. No Carapace yet. He runs right in. Now he throws out a stun. Actually catches 2 there. Decent stun from him. Now Luo, they're not getting the best focus fire, though. While that's happening, the March gets spammed. Oh boy, this doesn't look good for Luo. Now he's caught. He gets the tree ult as well. He's getting the business from IG. 5-man surround. Warcraft 3, if you will, and now they retreat out. IG is not going to be fooled by those invis ganks. Maybe once, not 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, I mean the invis gank that fooled them was last game when Doom Shadowblade in, and they're like, nope, screw that. We're gonna have Sentry Wards everywhere we go. And again, if somebody runs in, he gets disrupted, 2 layers of March gets put down on the ground, and suddenly everybody else says, yeah, we can't run into this. And IG, again, we asked them whether they need a 5-man this early. Like,
they don't, but they can.
they just is rolling over everybody.
This works. Can't argue with it. I mean, honestly, it's Rattlesnake just completely boxed into a corner. But you do have to go back to some of these laning selections. Bloodseeker mid versus OD. That was never going to work. A Warlock support against a lone Druid. How's he ever supposed to zone out the bear? That's not going to happen. And you can't really push that effectively if you give away free boots of travel. So it feels like IG strategically just had this game from the lanes.
Yeah, this is like an insane strategy being like, this is amazing, right? Everything just works well.
This is, honestly, I think this is a lot scarier than what Fnatic did to Navi.
Yeah.
Like this level of just outdraft and absolute dominance from a team with IG skill. If they can outdraft you this hard, and they're probably already better than you skill-wise, which I'd say they are for at least 2/3 of the teams at TI3, if not every single one, then what do you do?
I don't know.
Out-execute them, I guess.
I don't know. Maybe
somehow.
I mean, again, the weakness of this particular lineup is that they don't really have stuns, right? So if you are strong enough in a way to break this March layer, like.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, though, IG would not have picked a draft like this if Rattlesnake had drafted differently.
Right.
I just think the way that they went about it, and then the final pick of the Bloodseeker there from Rattlesnake, I don't know, man. It, as you pointed out, great against living armor, but that feels like about it for his usefulness this game. Lamb is still 1-1-1, so he's got a kill to his name now, and an assist, but every outer tower except the bottom tier 2 down for IG. Well, Lumi, they now lead by 10k gold. They now lead by 2k experience. What's step 2 in their conquest of the world?
Keep doing it. Keep using your A moves. Those A moves are strong. The only thing that's actually the only person that's actually pressing more than 2 buttons is YYF because he has to rearm and march and TP back. But you know, he's bringing the Maelstrom recipe for his ally. Just click on Tinker right now, and he's gonna pass a Maelstrom. Damn.
YYF is working so hard. So
he is so next level right now.
Does he cook? Does he cook them all their meals too? I know 430 likes to eat. We know Chuan likes to eat.
Damn. Shots fired. Big smoke gang on the bot lane here. You gotta kill this bear right now. But also, maybe you find Chuan. Chuan does have an Invisor, and they are just enclosing against
Big
Zoe.
dive. They're gonna find Joe. They might get this lone Druid. They're fighting a March, however. Living armor's in. He should fall, but do they lose more in response?
Disruption.
There's your ult as well from the Warlock, but the root clips everyone. Now the OD ult coming through. 430 at full HP, slicing through the armor, ignoring it with the pure damage. Luo, he'll fall soon. Luo's down. They fought in March. They'll die in March. It's 5 dead. It's a team wipe, and it's too much.
I just want you to look at
GG.
Look at Zoe right now. He got 5-man focus. Still survive at the end of the game. Nice. GG. Game was hard. At least it was quick.
I'm just baffled.
I'm baffled as well.
You know, when you see something as weird as a Bloodseeker pick, you assume that like that team knows exactly what they're doing with that pick. I don't think Rattlesnake knew exactly what they're doing with that pick.
I'm actually scared of this lineup. Like,
this is scary.
Living armor bear.
I think the fact that IG can run Tinker and clearly fit it in well is very scary.
Right. Also, they took, what, 3 or 4 very ultra defensive heroes, and they're like, we're push with it. We're not gonna 80-minute DK game. That's not us. We're pushing. So
I'm flummoxed, baffled, bamboozled.
But the best part of the game was YYF getting that Maelstrom recipe because he's a courier too. Because why the hell not, right?
That deserves a highlight reel of its own.
Yep.
But on that note, what the hell happened? Purge, Merlini, what's going on here?
Well, the Bloodseeker's good in theory against OD. You can last hit without losing. I mean, you lose your int, but you don't really need your int to last hit. So Bloodseeker can hypothetically CS against him. But the problem is you hit 6 a little bit behind because he's definitely going to deny you because you can't Quelling Blade on everything. You can't Quelling Blade deny him. So he's always going to get more denies than you, most likely. And then when you hit 6, you're low in mana, and then you can't really gank until like all the astrals go away. It's like it cuts your window.
It might work in like a straight one-on-one matchup, but
against
like,
a normal hero. But like OD, like you can go even with CS, which he did for a while, but after that it snowballed. You have to get kills on Bloodseeker, I think, to do really well. You have to get preferably one mid, and then you can do side ganks and get more kills and actually snowball into some utility items, but he just never got the chance to do that.
Yeah, Bloodseeker's useless without mana. I mean,
Yeah, he really is.
He does have mana issues, and OD's actually pretty good versus Warlock too. I mean, Bloodseeker's like kind of cool, but like throw in a Warlock as well. The Golem just dies in a couple of Arcane Orbs too, and that gank at the end too, where the Lone Druid, like they had like a 5-man gank on him, and he survived.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy. The best part was when he got Astraled, and then he comes out of Astral, and then he gets disrupted. I was like, oh my gosh.
And the root on everything after the rock, it was just...
And then by the time that happens, Astral cools down. That's the worst part.
It
was a cool strategy.
Yeah, I like the idea. It's just, I don't think it's going to work against an OD. I would like to see maybe a Bloodseeker someday against a squishier mid hero like a Puck or something. I think there's some viability there if the BS doesn't get ganked too much. Or Quap. You can go for a kill at 6, or maybe even earlier. Like you can Blood Rage and just right-click him, and you have much higher armor plus Stout Shield.
She's forced to get BKB too, usually.
Yeah, it'll force you into item builds and things like that. So another thing I really like that IG did was they shifted the Lone Druid after he died on the top lane, and then Tinker got Boots of Travel. They said, okay, Tinker goes top, you defend the towers, and Joe comes to the bot lane, and then you get free farm. And then he just got every single last hit there. It's like it made it that all of their heroes had good enough farm.
Right. I think it might work, but not versus IG. The skill difference is just too big for... I wouldn't say it's like a strong niche pick, but it's different. But they were not fazed by it.
Yeah. And how did you feel like the Warlock would fit into the lineup? Like, do they have that much combos? Like,
I don't think so either. Generally, you want a lot of AOE, and then if you get like 5 Fatal Bonded heroes, that's...
I actually think the Warlock was
another
anti-tree thing, because if you drop the heal on the hero, the damage it takes just remove the living armor while doing a little bit of damage as well. So it's just a quick way. It's like a very weak Rocket Barrage from Gyrocopter.
Yeah, but you're picking 2 heroes mostly just to remove living armor.
Yeah, I think
or you could just ban tree.
I think that Warlock's really good in push strategies or 5-man lineups, but Bloodseeker doesn't really fit into either. So they needed a more like one goal in their lineup, and it was just like we're trying to like counter tree, but that wasn't the main problem. They have to worry about all these other heroes too, and even without living armor, you have to worry about March of Machines. You have to worry about a farm Tinker, farm Lone Druid, farmed OD. There's too many things for them to handle, and sure, living armor might not be a problem, but it's not enough.
Yeah, maybe they saw the synergy between Blood Rage countering both the tree armor as well as being kind of okay against OD, but as we saw, Ferrari's just way too dominant mid, and that didn't do anything.
Well,
so
people are still on the lookout for OD counters. Lifestealer seems to be like the most decent one.
I've also heard talks about Razor as well. Razor mid with a 0-2-2 skill build. So by level 4, you have 2 in Link and you have 2 in the passive. That way, whenever he casts his Astral on you, he not only takes like a 70 damage nuke, but he also gets slowed for 0.6 seconds. So if you go into melee range and you cast the Link and he decides to Astral you, then he's slowed for quite a bit and you'll get an extra tick or 2
That's pretty good in
damage.
I like to see some more Razor.
And then you max out the blast later. So.
We saw some Razor bans.
Yeah, we have, but no picks yet, I don't believe.
I haven't seen it yet. Not at least in our games that we've cast.
But not too surprising. IG ends up taking it 2-0. Who was wrong? Anybody? Did we all say 2-0?
I don't know. I said 2-0 IG.
Yeah, I think.
I don't think we even did predictions.
No, we didn't do predictions because we were eating during the pre-show.
Well, my rares would have
I
gone
would have
there
said
if I could have put my...
Yeah, sure. Sure,
I would not say RS11.
Totally.
That's not a...
IG 2-0.
Yeah. Okay, so...
Well, Rattlesnake, do you think they have a chance to make the top 4 after this?
I think they still looked really good. I mean, Game 2 obviously was pretty stompy, but they did try to do a weird strat, and it didn't work out at all. I think Game 1 showed they had promise. I don't know if they'll make top 4. I'd be surprised after watching that, but I don't know. I don't think they will.
What about IG? Like, before we went through the group stages, a lot of predictions were made that, like, oh, well, I'm not sure if IG is going to make it in the top 3, but after these games and after their performances and drafts, how do you feel about that now?
I think they can. I feel more confident about them than I did at Alien War Cup. What do you guys think?
I actually don't think these 2 games were indication of anything, because I don't think RS played that well in the first game. And second game, they just got like surprised, outdrafted by a particular strategy. So IG just like, I guess they free rolled.
I'm still not really that convinced about IG. I mean, we know what they're capable of, but we still have not seen IG from last year.
Like if they play more Tinker and then show it in massively different strategies or come out with crazy strategies, then I say yes.
I mean, I'm not convinced of them being like top 2 in the tournament, but top 4 in group stage, I think is a pretty safe bet.
Let's
print up the group
get some results.
I'm
check it
not
out.
So sure about that.
Well, I know there was at least one result
feasible.
that I believe Liquid ended up taking a game off of Virtus Pro. So how does that influence your decision?
I still think Tongfu, Alliance, Orange, and
I guess IG?
Either VP or IG is the fourth, I think. I'd say Tongfu Alliance Orange to me are still locks to finish top 4. Despite Orange starting off 0-2, it was to one of the strongest 2 teams in the group in Tongfu.
Yeah.
So I would say after Alliance and Tongfu, I think it's a 3-way sort of race between IG, VP, and Orange. I'd give Orange probably the leg up there.
And LGD and Rattlesnake just 7th and 8th.
To me, Liquid, it's nice they took a game off of VP, but I still feel they're going to struggle a lot against the top teams in this group. I still feel Liquid, LGDN, and Rattlesnake are the 3.
So pretty much we have like top
group.
3 cemented for each group, or like heavy favorites for top 3, and then 4th is just.
That's how I'm looking at it now, but this is without getting to watch all the games, right? So honestly, if you're a viewer, you're probably more informed than us because you've gotten to hopefully see more than one game. But
So what's next for us?
Zenith versus Fnatic, I believe.
Oh, that's a game I bet on.
yeah, you put your rares in on this one?
Yeah. Finally, I could get
Influence
through
the
the
betting,
bots.
hurry.
I'm not gonna say what my bet
I
was.
mean, if you didn't bet Fnatic after seeing them 2 Navi, then you're doing it wrong.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, that match is scheduled. I think is it scheduled to start now or in an hour? 9.
I don't have a time.
We don't have a time right now. We'll try and get one for you guys. It should start hopefully fairly soon. There's nobody in the lobby now though.
Dota 2 Lounge says it's supposed to start 6 minutes from now,
Okay.
which is
Oh, Dota 2 Lounge is
2:10.
always correct. So
Dota 2 Lounge is always wrong.
official schedule.
Dude, one time they said we had a match starting like 4 days wrong. Like, how is that even possible?
Well, it looks like lobby is up.
Data
yeah,
entry
lobby's
error.
up, but there's no players in it.
No
So we will see when this game starts, guys. Fnatic versus Zenith. Everything's been running a little bit late today with all the delays early on, so it's possible there will be a long delay here. And on that note, I guess Lumi's decided that we're going to take a break. So
He's checked out, guys.
we're going to take a break, guys. Fnatic versus Zenith,
Executive decision.
2-game series coming up next. But before we do that, we'll have a break. Stay with us.
Hello and welcome everybody. This is match 3 of 6 for the preliminaries for TI3. And upcoming match is Fnatic EU versus Zenith. The game should be in progress very shortly, so we'll do a very quick introduction of the team. I am Merlini, and this is my buddy Purge Gamers.
That's me. That felt really good. Wow. Ooh.
Oh.
So
Okay.
We'll take a look at the teams quick.
So, yeah, you want to introduce the
This is
lineup?
not Icy. No, go for it. This
Okay.
is your turn.
Well, Ice, he did perform very well in the solo championship tournament. He has actually switched from the offlane role into the one role, and it looks like most of the heroes in the thing are offlane role, but he plays a pretty strong carry. One of the core heroes, core players for Zenith.
Yep. Next player is going to be Yamata. He used to be on Orange, at least he was last year. Very talented player. Plays their mid role.
No.
What?
Oh.
No, it's okay.
I'm about to say,
We almost had a freak out accident. Sorry about that. Yamata is their 2 role. Let's go to their next player. I believe it's Sen Sheng. Unless if my eyes are working now, that's X, I think.
Kawa, next.
Kawa.
oh, really?
Okay, XY. There we go. 3 role off lane. Very good player. 4 role.
He has switched
Let's
with
keep it running.
Ice.
X Freedom is. Oh, he was playing. He swapped with Ice.
Oh, he did?
No longer. No,
Is
the
it-
last guy. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, XY
Okay.
did. Yeah. So X Freedom, he likes to cut past the Freedom using Tree with Quelling Blade. And that's one of the things that he's actually known for. I'm surprised it's not on there, but it looks like Chen, Tusk, and Wisp as his 3 popular heroes. And last but not least, we have Ice. Just single Ice, not Icy, the 5-player for Team Zenith to round out the lineup. Just plays hard support, Shaker, Shadow Demon, and Keeper of Light. And on the other side, we have Fnatic EU, the Finnish, Swedes, Scandinavians, German people.
Europe!
And Israeli.
Europe. Well, not all. Not anyway. Anyways, so we have the one player, Era. He played a fantastic life stealer. I believe
Yeah.
that's the only hero that we've seen him play thus far in TI3, and it was reminiscent of pre 6.78 life stealer.
Yeah, it was
and
really
we see
sick.
Hani solo mid. He also played a fantastic. I believe it was DK today. Just plays very well in those snowball-ish mid roll heroes. And then on the number 3 role, the offlane, we have Trixie. Plays a pretty mean bounty hunter. I believe he
Great clockwork. earlier
great
today.
clockwork. Yeah, fantastic clockwork. And then on the 4 role, we have No Tail. Sometimes Meepo, not as 4, but it is one of his characteristic heroes.
Next assassin today was on point.
Yeah, he did play really good.
Yeah,
Next Assassin.
Fnatic EU has been on fire. Well, they were on fire in the earlier series today. And on the 5 role, we have Fly. So,
See? Commando, Krav Maga.
There it is. I see it. You weren't lying.
yeah. So, predictions for this matchup, I believe Fnatic's going to take it 2-0, especially judging by their performance earlier today versus Navi.
Yeah, I would completely agree. I think Fnatic's definitely the better team. I expect them to maybe hit top 4 now. So
Yeah, but before the performance versus Navi, I'll probably say 1-1,
Yeah,
just
I
because
would
I don't
have-
really know that much about him. But after seeing performance today, I'm pretty solid in my conviction
Yep,
for that it's going to be a 2-0.
I would completely agree. So draft is underway. Let's head it over to LD and Luminous. Guys, have fun with the game.
Alright, we'll hop inside
Zenith's
right now because the draft is underway. Hi, I'm LD. He's Lumi. Here we go. And Fnatic, they've gotten Wisp. We've seen Wisp can be beaten, but I think Fnatic's Wisp is much stronger and scarier than Quantix.
So this is I guess a different variation of how the draft normally goes. Sometimes they say, all right, we're the team with the second picks, so we'll ban out both the Wisp and then the Bat. Some teams with the second pick say, you know what, we'll leave both heroes in. You get one, we'll get the other. And surprisingly, Zenith took the Bat over the Wisp. Well, maybe not so surprising because the Southern East Asian team and the Chinese team don't really use that Wisp.
Zenith does play some Wisp. I don't think it's particularly strong, but they have run it in the past. I think the before we go too far, Lumi, we
Okay.
gotta make our predictions.
Sure.
So for me, I mean, having seen this draft, I'd say I think Fnatic should take at least one game
Okay.
because I think they'll take the game with the Wisp.
So right, this game.
It wouldn't shock me if Zenith took one, but I will lean towards Fnatic 2-0. They've come out hot, they've come out strong, and if you take down Navi 2-0, that's gonna give you some swag cred heading into game number.
I'm
into your next
going.
series.
I'm going with the swag cred as well. I'm gonna say 2-0 Fnatic, and
Okay, we've all predicted Fnatic, so you guys should immediately go and bet your rares on Zenith if it's not too late. The bets may have closed by now.
it's probably closed.
Yeah, but
And
in the future, try and get here faster so you can hear our bets and then bet the other direction. So Zenith now ban out the Enchantress as well as the Chen, and it looks to me like they just really want to take some really aggressive fights in the laning stage here.
yeah, also obviously with Era playing on the Lifestealer so well, they did not go back to pick for it. I mean, they had an option to do so. The pick stage went Bat, Wisp, and then Razor. So it's a hero that they're at least somewhat afraid of.
I don't think Fnatic should go Lifestealer here. Not against Razor and Batrider.
Against Bat Rider, I think it's okay. Like, sure.
Well,
I
I
mean,
think
we
it's-
saw him beat the 1v1 lane matchup.
Yeah, I think it's the combo though, because you'll probably get either lassoed and or static linked, and if both of those happen at once, then you are just a well of power for this Razor to draw upon.
And Razor is gonna have to be drawing it in terms of like a different play style, a different set of